I'm Key, and this is High Key. Hi, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
So we're here sitting ranting about men, as we do. And I'm going to put this on here because I am also going to use my phone to... Oh, for fuck's sakes, I'm dropping shit everywhere. I'm going to use my phone to do some online shopping as we're, talking about this. So, what was our topic that we wanted to talk about? Oh, the ick.
The ick.
Things that give you the ick.
Yeah.
Being a coward.
Being a coward.
Having no balls. Not being straight up about stuff.
Well, the thing is some of them can hide behind being straight up, but that right there,
that in itself
kind of almost puts them in this shadow where they're like, oh, you already knew, so I get to do this.
Yeah.
Wash your hands of yourself. But your body language screams guilt.
Yeah. It's we can read. Men think that women are so dumb, dude.
Cowardly behavior.
Yeah. When men, I feel like they think that they can get away with so much stuff, but they don't realize how much stuff that we pick up on. They don't know what women's intuition is.
I know.
Duh. Men dating multiple people at the same time and not being upfront about it.
Truth.
I hate that shit.
Yes.
I actually talked about that in my last episode. I was we're talking about dating multiple people and how you have to be straight up. And honestly, I find the majority of people are fine with it as long as you say that at the beginning and you're very upfront and you're
absolutely,
this is what I'm doing.
Take it or leave it.
Yeah.
You have an option to stay in this, and if you catch feelings, that's on you. Yeah. Right? But if you're seeing someone and you're literally spending all your free time with them.
Yeah.
And then they're like, yo, let's hang out tonight.
Yeah.
And then they don't call you and you happen to end up at the same fucking
this
place.
Sounds like a very specific situation. It's funny because I know he's never going to listen to this. It'll just be posted on the internet for everyone to hear.
And then they just straight up freeze like a deer in the headlights.
I saw this meme and it was Hudson, don't hump her. Stop. I was it was I see why deer run in front of cars now. I was oh my god, that's actually so true. He really loves you. This dog is obsessed with her.
It's because I'm amazeballs.
Duh. He's can you please let me hump your arm, please?
Yeah, anything that you can give me.
Typical man.
I know. It's all the boys that want to hang out with me.
Oh
my
god.
Milkshake brings all the boys.
Oh my god.
Give me 1 sec.
We were talking about men dating multiple people.
No.
Being a coward.
It's about you were saying men must think we're stupid, but women's intuition.
Yeah.
I was talking to him specifically about a thing called courting, and he.
Oh yes, he doesn't know what it is.
No.
Ooh. So I mean, that's an old-fashioned term.
Courting? And he goes, is that when someone courts you, like going on a date? And I'm no, courting. So it's an invisible umbilical cord.
Yeah, a soul tie.
A soul tie.
Yeah.
And I was explaining to him a woman takes you into their body. It's different for a woman to have sex with someone versus a man.
Yeah.
I said, because we are actually connecting another human into
it's almost invasive.
Yeah. And then women are energetically connected. It's not just a primal instinct.
Yeah.
So our brains are hardwired to be I want to be in this moment.
And attach emotional attachment to them. Yeah. If he's being annoying, you can cut
and then
off.
if you're close enough and you have built a relationship, say, where there's a trust, you gradually, naturally court them. And I was explaining to him sometimes what courting is you don't even know that you're attached to that person.
Yeah.
But you sense them energetically. They might be about to knock on your door and
but you have a feeling
about them and you open the door and you're oh, I was just thinking about you.
Yeah.
Or
you're about to text them and then they call you.
Yeah. And I was
that's crazy. I've actually experienced that. I've never even realized that's what it's called though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I said to him, I was oh, have you ever seen the movie Donnie Darko? Because in Donnie Darko,
I haven't seen it.
There's these energy tubes that come out of everybody that not everyone can see, but you kind of shows it. And I said it's kind of similar to that because it's this energy field that jumps from one person to the next and moves forward.
Yeah, but people don't ever think about that. They think it's just a physical thing, right?
Yeah.
especially when people are like, oh, like I can separate it, and like, it's no strings attached, friends with benefits, that kind of shit, like whatever.
Yeah.
But like it all has more meaning, I think, than people realize.
Yeah, someone is always more attached. But
Yeah, absolutely.
I do believe that if you are in sync with that person, your energies connect on a different level, which becomes a spiritual and energetic connection, like a mother who's given birth to a child.
Yeah.
They wake up in the night when they know their kids are in trouble.
Yeah.
Like I've had courting with different boyfriends where it's like we may work in the same space but we don't work together, and I'm like, it's almost like I knew they walked into the building even though I haven't seen them yet.
Yeah, that's crazy. I love that.
Or
like the thing is, like, it can go really good or it can go like in a really bad direction too, right? Like it's like if you are both invested in the relationship, then it's great. But like if not, then that's really shit, especially for the women, I think. It's like,
or you think you have like a total understanding and that you're on the same playing field and level with each other, and then you realize all of a sudden you put in that third party, and all of what they make you think and feel becomes really just.
But like the thing is, it's also important, I think, to have that little those blips, because like if you don't go through, like if you don't put your relationship through struggle, you're never going to get better. If you want it to get better, and it'll never get stronger if you don't, or you'll never see it for what it is. Yeah. If you don't actually put it through, like things that are difficult,
you
right?
You need to learn how to grow with each other and or argue with each other, or figure out what boundaries you're capable of doing. But yeah, you're right. Like good relationships go through struggle.
Yeah.
No real relationship should be all fucking
all fun and games. Rainbows. Yeah.
It would be nice.
Oh, right?
I know people who have had that, but that means that those are people who know how to communicate.
Yeah.
And not raise their voices.
And it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
It's not actual fighting. There is arguments, but there's
discussion.
Okay, yeah, discussion.
Open communication.
I agree to disagree, or we can come to an understanding.
Or compromise.
You share with me why you think this.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
And even just also like not even having those conversations, but being aware enough, like when you're not in the mindset to do that, and like taking a step back and be like, okay, we do need to talk about this, but like we'll come back to it at a different time. I'm not ready yet. Whatever you need to say to be like,
which
have
is
that line of communication open.
Not everyone has the same communication styles.
Yeah,
right.
It's true.
And there could be a lot of anxiety or thought process where they don't know how to put their words into.
Yeah. And you think about like people, like their experience growing up, like their parents and like the relationships they've been through and their trauma and like blah, 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 all this stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't realize like people aren't all like, I mean, we all know that we're all different, but like I think especially when emotions are heightened and things and like you're going through a struggle with someone, like you forget that they don't have the same perspective as you. Like they've had a different experience living, and like it's hard to like take a step back and be like, okay, like how can I see this from their perspective, and like try and like see it from their point of view. I want to show you something actually. This is not really related. Well, it's kind of related. It's like, so I have this book. It's called Dear Universe, and it's mini meditations for instant manifestations.
Ooh.
I don't know if I've ever showed you this.
No.
So I bought this book because I was like really struggling with like dealing with my emotions, which at the time I didn't know, like I was diagnosed with BPD, right? So like that plays a big part in it. But this little book is really cute. I love like I just like how it feels to like feel it. It's really pretty. I'll see if I can put like a picture in it.
To it
yeah, it's nice. Open it up, take a look through it if you want. So like you basically pick which emotion you're feeling, and then at the bottom it'll tell you to choose your path. So you read through the quote, for lack of a better word, bad or negative emotion of what you're feeling. So you're feeling whatever, misunderstood is this one. You read through it, it gives you a little thing, something to say to the universe, and then it says choose your path, and then it tells you there's 3 different options. Each one are all different. And then it's like, but which feeling do I want to be experiencing? What positive emotion do I want to replace this negative one with?
That's really cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, if you want to borrow it too, you can. Like, feel free, because it's like
there's so many books right
now,
but I totally would. This is something like right
so like I know I feel like you would like it. So like yeah, even Cruel, Defeated, like, and they're all, and I think there's like an index too in the front so you can see, and then in the back it'll tell you the meditations, like if you go through these ones. So like so you want to feel soothed, and then it'll tell you, and then you read that page. And honestly, it really has helped me because,
Dear
like,
universe.
I'd find, and they're all like, they're not like just
Allow
angry,
me to
sad,
feel
mad.
soothed right now, so
Yeah.
that my concerns and worries or ailments are washed away. Replace them with unshakable faith. This too shall pass. And the balance and well-being are my daily reality. So
Let's do one for you.
be it.
Let's do one for you.
So it is.
That's what it always ends with. Okay. Let's do one for you. I feel like we should do. Do you want to?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Let me find. They also wrote about, like, the person that wrote this, the Sarah Prout. It's called Dear Universe, is like literally the name of the book. But I'm trying to find. So what am I feeling right now? So there's 100.
Oh wow.
That's what I'm saying. Is like they're more like in depth. It's not just like sad, happy, upset, like blah blah blah. It's like defensive, resentful, manipulative. Like they're very specific. So like tell me which one resonates with you right now.
Feeling
out of
right
100.
now.
Which one?
God.
Just pick whatever one off the bat. It doesn't matter. Whatever you think is like the most accurate. I know it's hard. You can scan them.
So many good words, you know, like. And the thing is like they're words that you never would think
To apply,
To
but you do
apply.
feel them, right?
But I mean, you could like sit here and look at this and think, oh, I went through the emotions and I felt this and this and this, and I'm trying to rationalize what I'm feeling.
Mm-hmm.
And then you know,
It
then
helps
there's,
you like to like when you're sitting there reading too. You're sitting calmly usually, and you're in a very still posture, and I think that also helps you to calm down and kind of like take a breath too, right? So, and I try and read them out loud to myself too. I want to read it to you though.
I don't know. I can honestly say I felt like I don't know if they have it in here.
Do you have one off the top of your head?
Ashamed.
Okay.
And I don't even know why.
Okay, let's do that one.
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. So I'll flick to that one. Where is it? Number 8. So the person, Sarah Prout, so the artist, I was going to say, well, she is kind of an artist. The writer writes about her own experience, and then she kind of relates it to like a general, right?
Thing.
So it's for number 8, ashamed. She wrote, I stood up out of the bed, kissed my lover on the forehead, and put my clothes back on. As I left his apartment, I called my husband to say that I would be home late for dinner because I was catching up with a friend. I lied. For the first time in 10 years, I had slept with another man. The pain was so bad in my marriage that I was desperate to find an escape path. Little did I know that lying and cheating would leave me feeling so ashamed. Even though I resented my husband Max for the years of abuse, I just couldn't justify that I had betrayed him in this way. Sometimes in life, we do things that we're not proud of. As humans, we make mistakes, and those mistakes can haunt us for years on end. I know it did for me. Then one day after the dust settled, I could see purpose in the pain I had created. And then she says, remember, we are not the sum of our mistakes. We're not even the same people we were when we took a so-called wrong turn. The transformation takes place in the understanding that we can always choose a better way. Keep in mind, this awareness doesn't give you a golden ticket to continuously make bad choices. However, seeking forgiveness begins with self-forgiveness. Allow this meditation to help release the manifestations of shame in your life. Dear universe, thank you for the awareness that I am able to choose a path of integrity. May I now lovingly release the past, forgive myself, and move forward into a reality that never intends harm on another human being. So be it, so it is. And then you choose your path. Do you want to feel forgiving, free, or unashamed? That's a lot.
That is a lot. That is a lot.
Do you think, like, was that, like, I feel like that was resonating with what you're
it
feeling
is
right
resonating
now.
with a lot of what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because I even said to myself, like, why do I feel ashamed?
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know.
I think that, so, like, would you say, like, free or unashamed?
I want to feel free.
Okay.
Because, like,
because the other
I
one
think-
was forgiving, but I think it's more like the other.
I don't feel like I need to forgive myself for anything because I feel like I am upfront
Yes.
and clear about where I am.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe I'm catching feelings.
Okay.
And
Okay, so you want to feel free. Do you want me to read this one to you?
yeah.
Okay. There is nothing more important than feeling free. Having a sense of freedom in your life is the sweetest nectar for your soul. I remember when I finally left 10 years of domestic violence behind me. For the first time in my adult life, I was living in my own apartment, paying my own bills, managing my own money, and raising the kids in a way that I wanted to. There was no oppression. I was no longer afraid. I was free, finally free. My apartment was old. There was no heating or air conditioning. I didn't own a fridge or a washing machine, so I would scrub the clothes in the bathtub by hand. For For the first time in my grown-up life at the age of 30, I was able to make my own decisions. I was living on less than $15 per day most days, but even without much money, I felt like I was the wealthiest person in the world. Remember, having sovereignty in your life is the essence of experiencing feeling free. In your mind's eye, imagine that you're a bird flying in the sky. You're soaring above the people, the trees, the trivialities.
Yeah.
That's a weird word. Anyways, the trivialities of daily life. Capture this essence of freedom as a snapshot that you can visit during your meditations. So you imagine yourself being out in the world and you're
in
just
control.
in control. It says, "Dear universe, my body, my mind, and my spirit is free. This beautiful freedom manifests in various ways throughout my life. Freedom allows me to live life in its full expression of beauty. I am so thankful to release the burdens of the past and step into a future of free-spirited adventure. So be it, so it is."
Yeah, I kind of like that one.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hudson, you are breathing very loud in the
I
podcast.
I know. I was like, everyone's gonna be like, "What?"
But yeah.
Is, like, on in the
Anyways,
background?
I think I might put like a poll up on Spotify or something, because like if people would be interested in this, like I would definitely like read some more of it out loud. I love it.
Yeah,
But
no, it's great.
it's really cool, and I like it. It's purple. It's very pretty.
Yeah, yeah,
But yeah, I think it helps a lot. Should we do it? I'm gonna read one later. I should probably pick one out for later.
yeah. I know.
I always forget about myself. I'm like, what are my friends going through? And then I'm like, oh fuck, like what am I going through?
Yeah, we're all going through something, you know. I guess like conflicted is like another. I doubt that word's in there, but
Yeah, it is.
It
is.
Oh,
Should we do that one too?
yeah.
I mean, what else are we gonna do? Might as well. If it helps, might as well. It's estimated that at least 35% of all romantic relationships now begin online. This means you can fall in love with anyone from anywhere around the world. I met my husband Sean on Twitter. We were on opposite sides of the planet, which created several complications. We were tweeting for about a year, soon we became Facebook friends, and then moved to email. It was like a light switch was flipped and we fell in love even before we met one another in person. Sean used all the money he had in the world to fly to Australia from Los Angeles for 11 days to visit me. During that time, we knew we wanted to be together forever, but our lives were both in turmoil. As a single mother, I just couldn't afford another mouth to feed. However, that's kind of funny that she put it that way.
Like,
However,
taking a man in.
yeah, we were determined to find a way. After the 11 days, Sean and I decided on a trial of 3 months together to see if we could build a life as a couple. We argued, we laughed, we cried, we dreamed, and at the end of the 3 months, Sean promised me that he would return. The one element I found disturbing is that he took all of this stuff with him. He was conflicted to the core of his being. Taking the leap of faith to be with me meant that he had to leave his home in America. Everything he had ever known would need to be left behind. His heart felt torn between the woman he loved and the life he was comfortable with. Remember, your heart will guide the way, and there are no mistakes or wrong turns. Your soul craves adventure. Feeling conflicted is your higher self inviting you to leap out of your comfort zone. If you feel conflicted and you're not sure which direction to head, please meditate on this. Dear universe, may I now be guided from within to choose the path that serves the greatest good. I would think also, though, taking that, like, I would also say, like, serves you the best, too, right? Yeah. I trust that there are no wrong turns, just valuable experiences that help my soul and heart to flourish and grow. So be it, so it is. And the paths that they have picked are clear, relaxed, or transformative. Kind of interesting, huh?
It is. It is interesting. I think, like, I don't know. I think sometimes, like, you're sitting on the what if, right?
Mm-hmm.
I know, like, my world is completely fucking a shit show.
Yeah.
And anyone that comes in it, they're taking a dangerous step to be in my life.
Yeah.
Like, really.
I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. I mean, a different situation, but, like, 100% I get it, yeah.
And then I think, am I putting other people at risk by allowing them to be a part of my life? Which,
but,
you know, they're adding to
my
life.
They're adults, though. They can choose.
Yeah.
That for themselves, right? Like, they can weigh the risks, the pros, the cons.
Yeah.
You know?
But then, like, what if, though? Like, the thing is like, what if that whatever this is that's going on is a good thing?
Yeah, but, like, you never know what's going to happen. The ifs are literally, think about it like this. There's not just one what if. There's, like, a million, bajillion, infinity what ifs. Like, there's nothing that is guaranteed.
Yeah.
Absolutely nothing is guaranteed other than this present moment. So, like, you just gotta do with that what you can.
Love the one you with.
I don't know that song. Sing it loud.
When you win.
I'm like cheering you on.
That song's in the background now. Yeah,
Uh,
I don't know. It's so strange to experience.
Who's using power tools right now?
I
Like,
know, right?
excuse me? Close my window. Get out of here. Excuse me? Probably his name's probably Jake. Like, ugh. Sorry if your name's Jake.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah. I know what you mean. And it's hard because like you don't want to feel like a burden. You don't want to feel like you're causing undue stress on someone else just by having them in your life, and you want the best for them because you care about them, regardless of who they are. But at the same time, if they're choosing that for themselves. You can't control that.
No.
Who knew I was so full of wisdom?
You know?
I'm like a wise old lady.
Nobody
With
likes,
my coin collection. Did I show you my coin collection?
People. Well, some people
I have
do.
a peso, a Swiss franc, a Barbados quarter, and what was the other one I have? Oh, a 2 pence coin.
What is this for? Your
I don't know. I just
wisdom?
randomly have people
Your
keep
2
giving me
cents?
random coins. My 2 cents, my 2 pence. Hudson, you are obsessed with her. She's I know.
I know. It's fantastic.
I forgot about doing my online shopping.
Oh yeah, online shopping.
Okay, what are your thoughts on like posting thirst traps? Thirst traps.
Thirst traps?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. We're just talking about bikini pics, so like
Yeah. So.
I'm just curious.
Oh, that's a tough one because like we live in a world where like I believe that we're so brainwashed that it's okay to put ourselves out there, and essentially we're selling ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's like, but you're doing it for no money. You're literally
You're doing it
just
for
doing
attention.
it for attention,
Which
and
is,
like a
honestly-
like and this and that, right?
But attention is like kind of its own currency if you think about it.
It is because it's
not good,
If you
but,
have
like-
enough followers, eventually you can turn it into a monetary
Yeah,
thing.
that too.
But
Well, I meant more like giving your attention to someone is valuable.
Yes,
You know what I
100%.
mean?
Yeah, because
And
time is
is-
essentially currency.
is the only
and you
currency
can't-
that matters,
You
to be
can't get it
honest.
back,
No.
right? It's the only thing of value. But I think depending on what we consider a thirst trap, right? Like some pictures, like my sister used to say, like all of my photos were so provocative, and I'm like, I don't really post
I don't think
provocative
that.
photos.
Yeah.
I might
You should see my
smile.
sister's pictures. Sorry, but
I
like
smile provocatively. There's something behind my eyes that says something.
Yeah. That's not what you're
not
wearing.
The clothes
the actual
that
picture.
I'm wearing,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So I mean, what someone's interpretation of how they're reading my facial expression and stuff, that's on
That's them. Yeah.
not me. But you know, every now and then, once in a blue moon, maybe when I feel really good about myself and someone happens to capture a photo that I feel, oh my god, I really worked really hard for my
Yeah.
body to look like that,
Yeah.
or like whatever.
No, but that's not a thirst trap though. That's just like you wanting to share like your
yeah,
happiness about yourself, which I think
like,
is fine.
I worked really hard to get to this
Yeah.
point, but I'm not posting a sexual photo.
Mhm.
There's a difference between like you know, certain people's feeds that like it's just seems like pornography,
Yeah,
even though
literally.
it's on Instagram, and
Literally.
it's like these clearly. The algorithm is you stop and stare at each one of these things long enough for it to think, if I just keep putting more, he'll stay on his phone or whatever.
Yeah.
And these are young girls that are posting things that make you believe they're about to suck your dick or
Yeah.
like flash a titty,
Yeah.
or if you pause it
Yeah, yeah.
quick enough, you'll see a vagina.
Yeah, or something.
And
You'll
like
get
that's a
something.
thirst trap.
Yeah.
And then there's, you know, depending on what their motives are, where, you know, do they have an OnlyFans? Is this just the thirst trap to get to their OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Or like some form
And like
of
some people, I mean, at least those people are trying to make money off it too. Like there's people that literally post it just because like what the guy that they're talking to is not giving them attention, and then they just want
yeah.
him to see that they look hot. You know what I mean? And then they're like, "Hey, I look hot. Let me like get your attention now." And again, time is valuable, so like
True.
people-
So what's your take on it?
that is my take. I don't know. Hudson,
I know.
you're really
Like-
the most annoying guy right now. He's like, "I'm sorry, mom. Go look out the window. Look. I think it is manipulative. I think if you're really wanting someone's attention that bad and they're really not giving it to you, why would you care?
Yeah.
If you have someone that you care about or talking to or whatever, and you want to show them that you look hot and they are actually like give a fuck about you, then just send them the picture. Like,
well, yeah, but that's in private, right?
yeah, exactly.
That's
It's just not on the internet. So like, I don't think that like people should necessarily.
You
but,
know,
like,
I think
teach their own.
I mean, there's that fine line of like, you know, how old do you have to be to send a, you know, sexting or, you know, flirting photo or whatever.
Yeah.
You know, because it's a forever thing. It's out there.
Yeah.
And then once that photo has left your hands into someone else's email
they
box,
can do whatever they want
with that.
Yeah.
So like, I do feel that like you should be thinking about that possibility. Do you feel safe? Is this person trustworthy?
Mm-hmm.
Is it landing where you want it to land?
Yeah, well, the thing is,
levels.
like, you don't have any of that control anymore once you send it to someone.
No.
Or you post online. Like,
no.
At all. Like, zero control.
I know.
I think we should go back to, giving Polaroids and, like...
I was just going to say that!
Okay!
So, I was thinking about it because, you know, obviously I'm a lot older, but I remember, like, having my girlfriend actually like have to come over and take
your
sexy photos,
yeah.
and I gave those to a boyfriend.
I did that with my ex.
We were dating for quite some time and whatnot, and then when we broke up, I literally was like, I have to ask for those back.
Yeah,
because then I've got the hard
did I ask for my
copy,
back?
right?
Oh my god, I don't think I did.
You know, I mean, he would never actually like do anything with them, but I think it was just the thought that like I was in love with you, I gave you these while I was in love with you, and now we are not in love anymore, and you don't get to have that piece of me anymore.
See, mine didn't have my face in it, so like I was like, whatever.
Yeah,
like, you can have them, I guess. Like, just like my ass, it looked fat as fuck too. Like,
I mean, if
almost as nice as yours.
I mean.
Oh, we should take. Wait, look, I have my thing up there. I need to get film. Wait, can I order that online? I keep forgetting. I'm gonna order some Amazon Prime.
Yes. Thirst trapping each other.
Yeah, let's do it right now. I'm gonna order them on Prime. It'll be here tomorrow. You better be here by 3 p.m. and then you as well. Okay, both of you, you and the film, and we can. Well, do you see my camera's up on the shelf?
What do they call it? BBLs? What are they, like a
Brazilian butt lift?
Brazilian butt lift? Yeah. I don't even need that. But
no, you don't. You really don't. If you did, your ass would be like in the air.
BBLs, but we'll have like a page called BBLs, but it'll be Bodacious Booty Lovers.
Yeah. I love that. And all the followers, that's what they call themselves.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Oh god.
We're trying to corner the market here.
We really could. Honestly, we really could. I really got to buy some of the stuff. Okay, I need to get off this, and I need to like.
Yeah.
I need to order some stuff now online.
All right. Let's pause on
that. We should pause it. Thank you for being on here, though. I was very happy to have you.
Well, thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hudson was also very happy. Like, a little too happy.
A little hump box over
He just,
here.
like, didn't stop. You need to be more firm with him. like with most men.
I know.
Look at his face.
That is all I have for you guys this week. I hope you enjoyed my friend and I discussing all things spiritual, manifestations, mini meditations. You know the deal. Yeah, I just love doing this, and I'm so glad to have the opportunity to like share my thoughts out loud or whatever. Anyways, I'm gonna go to bed now. I'm exhausted. See y'all in a couple weeks.